Hi, Judy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good, actually. Now, Daniel told you a little bit about why I'm calling.
Yes.
What we're doing is that we have people coming to us asking, what is NLP? What do people do with it? So we've contacted several students to ask if they'd be willing to have a brief interview to talk about what NLP has done for them. You're one of the students who is using NLP to help other people. We
Yes.
found that a lot of the people who are learning the NLP, yes, it can help with their own lives, but it also, they go on to add that to what they already do.
Yeah.
So you coach people to write books.
Yes.
How do you feel NLP has influenced the way you do that?
It's actually helped a lot. And one of the main reasons that it's helped is because I always try and understand what it is that's stopping people from writing their book.
Right.
And what I discovered when I was doing the NLP practitioner's course is that we all are totally unique, and that we all have our model of the world that's based on our experiences.
Right.
And that's why people that come to me that want to write a book, because experiences that they've had in their life are completely unique. Therefore, the book that they're going to be writing is also completely unique. And if they can pass on that experience and that knowledge that's unique to them, then it means that they're being of service to other people. So I'm using the NLP techniques to explain that what they're doing in the world is completely unique, and it's based on their model of the world and what they've learned, and why it's important for them to pass on those learning experiences to other people.
What you're saying is that your experience with NLP is now going off twofold, because not only are you using it to help people that are in direct contact with you, but you're almost teaching those people you were helping to go on and further help even more people.
Yes, absolutely. And I can do that as well through a lot of the questioning techniques that I learned through NLP. So whereas before, when I was doing a lot of my coaching and trying to help people and guide people what they should be writing about, what I do now with the question techniques I learned in NLP is I'm able to chunk up and actually ask people very open questions. And I actually find that in my coaching calls now, I actually do less talking than I did when I first did the NLP course. Now,
I wish you could see me right now. I'm beaming. I'm smiling really big because I get what you're saying right there.
Absolutely. So it makes it so much easier to do a coaching call, because now all I have to do is say, well, what do you mean by that? Because for most people, they already have all of this information. So I just need to point that out to them, that they have all this information, and then give them the tools that they need to actually organize all of that material they already have into a book. So with the NLP questioning techniques, I'm able to just say a few things, and actually they can work it out for themselves, and they've actually figured it out all by themselves, so they feel like they're actually in control of their own project.
That is absolutely awesome. I know exactly what you're talking about. I do the same thing in my business coaching as well.
Yeah.
Now, the future of your business, where do you see yourself going?
Well, I want to be able to help a lot more people than I'm helping right now. And one of the latest projects I'm working on at the moment is to actually train certified Inspire-Book facilitators.
So you're essentially pulling your model for creating a book and coaching, and you're going to help other people use those strategies to make other people successful.
Absolutely. So we just keep chunking up.
Yes. I know, to anyone else listening, they're like, what, chunking up? What does that mean? What do you do in that course?
That's my favorite subject.
Definitely. Now, another question for you. You learned under Dr. Daniel Scott. How would you sum up that experience?
I guess my concern when I signed up for the course was that, it was an awful lot of work that was going to take up all my weekends and spare time. Every spare moment I have, I'm going to be, in a classroom instead of out in the sunshine. And, so that was a very big consideration. But it was actually a really enjoyable experience. I really actually enjoyed spending my weekends doing the course, learning about people, understanding people more. And then, of course, you go home and try out all those tricks on your husband. And it's quite amazing, some of the results from it. So,
Yes.
there's a lot of benefits. It's not just doing NLP for your own business or for your own personal development, but certainly in terms of networking, meeting other people, having a great time. I really genuinely enjoyed my weekends and the time that I had doing the NLP. And in fact, once I qualified and finished the course, I actually felt like there was a little hole left in my life there.
Oh, I know we found that too at the end. It was like, this is the last weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great experience because you really do get to know people very well, and I think that really helps you to develop your relationships with other people. So, I mean, it's great for that. I mean, I would just really recommend it, and don't be concerned about the time involved because, quite honestly, it's such an enjoyable experience that you're not going to feel like you're missing out on some of the social activity.
Right.
You're going to get a lot of enjoyment, and as I say, Dr. Daniel Scott is extremely humorous. And he
to put it mildly, yes.
Well, he takes a very heavy subject. Sometimes the theory can get very heavy. When you start talking about psychology and the theory of that, it can be a very heavy subject. And so the way that he injects humor with his little sketches and things, it really helps. And his learning metaphors, and there's the way that he takes the whole course. He really lightens the whole course and makes it a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't even know you're learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for your time. This has been absolutely wonderful.